And I've been given a watch. I guess it's a paid review, but it's not really a paid review because when they pay you, you have to be nice. I don't have to say anything that I don't want to. This was offered to me by Vario watches from Singapore, and I am absolutely free of saying what I want about this watch.
I always reject the video interviews because I'm not confident in front of the camera.
Let's take a look. 2 years warranty, which is very cool. Little pin. I did ask for something extra and they gave it to me. Bracelets that they sell separately. Thank you, Ivan, for sending it with the watch. So it comes in this little travel case. I'm very excited. They include the little buckle pin. Deployment clasp. Let's remove all this branded. This looks really, really good. So it's got two sides. You have this classy one and you got enamel. I've never tried one of those. I guess if you're super hairy, that must not be comfortable. See, even the Submariner fits perfectly in there. Very cool travel case. The weight of the watch, I did not expect that. It's hefty. Is that a word? I think so. Even with a quick release, I suck. That's why I never change the strap on my watches. It takes me forever. It's adjustable. You have in the middle here some push tabs. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 micro adjustments. 7-inch wrist, and I just remove all the adjustments. So if you have a smaller wrist, metal band is a little too big for you. Well, let's set the time and see how well it's gonna keep up.
Hello.
Ivan, how are you?
Good.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Little over 2 weeks with this watch on my wrist. Could this really replace the Reverso? And is it worth your money?
What we do is we design and then we outsource to factories, usually in China. For some of my watches, they are technically made in Japan. They are assembled in Japan, but the parts are from China. Most of our movements are Japanese automatics, hand wound.
And even though Ivan trusts the companies he deals with to build these watches to the standards that he wants, it is my understanding that every watches passes through their hands. Him and his wife Judy.
She's the person who sends out your watch. She's the hardworking person.
Kind of cool that it's a mom and pop shop. Ivan that makes the design and Judy that is the brain of the operation. Now let's take a closer look. Case finishing. As you can see, you have a brush finish on the sides, very well executed. Edges and the top of both sides are polished. One thing that people complain a little bit about is that one side of the watch, you have the 4 screws. I mean, you need to access the battery. I really don't mind. It just gives another detail to look at on one side. If you like a little bit of a cleaner aesthetic, you have one side that it's screwless. Now the crown, or may I say the crowns, because you do have 2. They are both signed with the V. Quite easy to set the time even if the watch is not flipped. You just hold a little bit. I've seen some complaints that people say that the action of the crown is not big enough. You see, it's about 2 millimeters. Very, very tiny. It really doesn't bother me as long as it's easy to change the time. 2 crowns, 2 watches, 1 case. You got your GMT.
So sometimes I need to rush to the airport. I just take it. It's my travel watch. 2 time zone, you know, it's easy. There's no mucking around.
So you've been making watches for 10 years or the company exists for 10 years?
The company exists for 10 years. In year 2, I started with watches. We started them on a crowdfunding platform. So it was successful and we went like, oh, people wanted to buy this.
Now for the leather strap, I'm not a big fan of the quick release. For some reason, I don't. Never trusted the quick system release. I'm always scared I'm gonna lose my watch. Slowly but surely, I'm warming up to the idea. The leather feels amazing. It smells like leather. Now the butterfly clasp feels a little bit flimsy, but it doesn't feel too cheap either. It really depends what you used to, I guess. I do have a Speedmaster with the butterfly clasp, so comparing the two is not fair whatsoever. That's why I feel it's a little more flimsy. However, they do send you buckle pin, so if you don't like the butterfly clasp, you could always change it for this one. On the leather, this watch feels very dressy, very fancy. On my 7-inch wrist, I'm on the second to last hole of the original strap. I would say 7 1/4 would be the maximum for this. After, you need to order the bigger strap that they make for this watch. But you do have this option as well, which makes it feel more modern, Art Deco style. How the light hits it reminds me of a disco ball for some reason. But like I said, if you have hairy arms, this is really not the band for you. I just have a little bit and it's not there anymore. And also one thing that I really enjoy from my watches is when I can make a little desk clock like this. Come on, this is awesome.
I would always think good design doesn't mean it has to be expensive.
Case length is 39 millimeters. Case width is 26 millimeters. The thickness is 12. People complain about how thick it is. When you put it on the wrist, it doesn't feel too thick and it does feel really proportionate. I do understand that if you look at just the inside dial, 12 millimeters would be way too thick, but you have to think of it with the whole case of the watch is more than fine. On one side, you have the two-tone sector dial, quite close to the JLC Reverso, and on the other side you have the enamel sector dial. We'll get back to the enamel soon. Crystal is flat sapphire with a anti-reflection coating on the inside. Lug width is 20 millimeters. The case material is 316L stainless steel. The movement inside the watch are two Ronda SlimTech 1062 1 joule repairable Swiss quartz movement with 6 years battery life. Water resistance for this watch is 5 ATM, which in my opinion, I wouldn't even wash my hands with that watch. But you know, if you wish to find out, you do you. And the strap is a Vario branded veg tan Italian leather. So concerning the enamel dial that Vario puts in their watches, I've seen a lot of comments on their videos that people are wondering if a lot of high-end brands are using enamel as a luxurious material to put a higher price point on their watches. How did they do this on a cheaper watch? How do you do an enamel dial in an affordable watch?
So I have to clarify, this is not vitreous enamel. It's more of sort of like a modern enamel that you see in kitchenware. It also goes through the heat process, but it's not the old school glass enamel.
Well, I looked it up and there is two ways, so it seems, to make enamel dials. The really expensive way requires 800 degrees Celsius of heat to fuse powdered glass to a surface like stainless steel or ceramic, making a hard, non-porous, glossy finish. And the second way is a synthetic substitute like resin or epoxy. It's a plastic-based resin that mimics the look of glass enamel, making it less durable and prone to scratches and wear. However, since it's in the dial and it's covered with sapphire glass, unless water gets in there, it should remain in perfect condition. Now the inspiration for that watch. I mean, a lot of people compare it to the Reverso or even the Basculante from Cartier.
I'll tell you the story how this watch came about. I love the JLC, I love the tank, my wallet doesn't like it. So that's how it happened. I'm a watch enthusiast. I like watches, and as much as I love the design, how many of us can, drop 5 digits on a watch like that? No, right?
Yeah, I like it. It's super honest. This is an affordable version of this. Even though you clearly see the DNA of that watch and that one, when you have both on your wrist, this is its own thing. The price point for the Vario Versa is 428 USD or 610 Canadian.
Customers would tell me, hey, do you know you can actually price up your watches a bit more? And I'm sure customers would be very okay with that. As a collector, I'm all about value. I want to make sure customers get good values from the straps that we sell to the watches. It's a part of our DNA, you can
Where
say.
If you want to get the JLC Reverso, and this is the mediums, by the way, it's not mine, it's a friend of mine. If you want just the one dial version, we'll set you back, I think almost 10 grand now. JLC cranked up their prices in the past 5 years. It's stupid. This is a really good alternative for this one.
Most of the products that we do, the returns, the markup, the margins, they are about the same, which would be about at around 3 times.
Seriously though, there's no, I can't find a con for this watch. It's a great watch. And one thing I realized in the past 2 weeks, when you're wearing a more expensive watch, people are impressed with how much it costs. But when they see this, they're just like, oh wow, that's a really nice watch. What is it? So is it really worth the price tag? I mean, it's really up to you to decide, but for me personally, I think it is. If you're looking to get a watch, you don't want to spend over $1,000 and you want something a little more dressy that keeps great time. You can say anything you want about quartz, but it's a great grab and go watch. That looks elegant and you can change the strap to have a little more fun with it. 2 different dials for different occasions. I think you have a real contender here. It definitely earned its place in my watch roll. Now I think it would be cool to see a goldy brown tiger eye dial version of this watch. Ivan? Thank you so much. I'm gonna let you go because I know it's evening for you.
No worries. She is still working.
And you're just chatting about watches.
Yeah, I'm taking an easy job.
However, could this replace the Reverso? Not for me. Nothing can replace that. And I think that this is a good thing. Again, this is its own thing. If you've had any experience with any of the Vario watches, please let me know in the comment section. I'm really curious to know. Thanks again for the beautiful watch. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. As always, thank you for your time and I'll see you in the next one.
If I can just add another point, I kind of see watches as conversation starters.
Oh yeah,
so if you look at all my watches, there's always a story behind it. Why I designed it, what it was inspired by.